my name is Peter. I'll be guiding this power yoga practice. The focus will be on back bends and quad stretches, so lots of the extension movements that that counteract the flexion we tend to get in our day-to-day life. So let's get started. We'll start in child's pose. Get your knees as far as you can comfortably allow them, toes untucked, and drop your forehead to the mat. Feel free to extend the arms ahead with the palms facing the mat or alongside the body with the palms facing the ceiling. Take a few moments here to settle into the space before the start of practice. Allow the breath to be steady, maybe not so much focusing on deliberate breath movements, just settling the mind and the body. And with the next breath, rise onto all fours. Get your shoulders stacking directly over your elbows and your wrists. Your toes staying untucked and your knees are over your hips. We come through a few cat-cow stretches to wake the spine. So as you inhale, lower the belly, sink the chest down, lift the gaze up towards the ceiling. Exhale to round, sending your gaze towards the navel. Take a deep breath in, engage through. Lift the gaze, come into your cow pose as you exhale, tuck, rounding the spine into your cat pose. Inhale, arch the back, extend through the tailbone and the chest. Exhale, round, cat pose. Take one more round, inhaling, lower the belly. Lift, exhale to round. With the next inhale, come back to neutral spine. Start to send the left foot back. Floats the left foot off the mat. The right hand goes forwards. Take a deep breath and reach forwards and backwards. Strengthen the left arm. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale to extend hand and foot. Reach, maybe arch the back. Exhale to do this one more time. Inhale, reach right and high. Come into a back bend. Then send your right hand behind, grab hold of the left foot of the ankle. Start to lift through the bar, back arching. The chest reaching forward, the left hand straight. Deep breath in. And as you breathe out, release the left foot. So drop your right hand to the mat, both knees settle. The next inhale, send your right leg back, lift the right foot, left hand comes off the mat. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, stretching these pointer movements. Exhale, knee. Take one final round. Inhale, open the chest, lift the left hand high. Send the left hand to the right ankle. Open the chest, open the back body. Come into a back bend here, deep breath. Strengthen the right hand. Let go of the foot. Settle the knee, settle the hand. As we inhale, we tuck the toes. Float the knees off the mat an inch. Deep breath in. Exhale into downward facing dog. So spread your fingers in downward facing dog. Engage through those arms so your elbows and shoulders in one straight line. Start to pedal your feet. So you're bringing mobility into the ankles, the calves, the knees, the hamstrings. Maybe take both knees over to one side as you sink your hips towards your heels and straighten back and switch sides. Knees to one side. And settle into your downward facing dog. On the inhale, rise high on the toes. Keep legs and arms straight. Wave the spine, chin connected with your chest. When your hips sink, start to open the chest. Lift the gaze up into a modified upward facing dog. Straight arms. As you exhale, chin comes back to your chest. Start to wave the spine. With the legs straight as you can. Come back into downward facing dog. Now settle into downward facing dog. Keep the alignment. This upside down V shape in your downward facing dog. Start to bring the awareness into your breath. We come into Ujjayi breath, which is this audible ocean breath with constriction at the back of the throat as you inhale and exhale out through the nose. Let's take one deep breath in together. Exhale. Inhale for 2. Exhale. And final inhale and downward facing dog. Rise by your toes, start to tiptoe your feet, taking a tiny step, making them as slow as you can, supporting yourself through your hand, and get your feet close to the top of the mat. Bend your knees to rest your chest and your thigh, release the head and neck, release the hands from fingertips, so you're now grabbing the opposite elbow. Nod and shake your head, allowing the spine and head to be heavy. Then bring soft movement into the torso. Sway gently to the left, sway gently to the right. Then come to stillness. Release the arms towards the mat and start to round the spine as you come up. Take this one vertebrae at a time, allowing the head to be the last thing to come up. And on arrival, reach your shoulders forwards, up towards the ears, back and down. We do this one more time. Reach your shoulders forward, squeezing through, up, back, and now down. Have the palms face the front of the room. Adjust your feet so they either touch or they're comfortable hip distance apart. The blades of the feet are parallel with the mat. And we're starting with awareness from all 4 corners of the toes, through the ankle, the calves, the knee, the quads, so they're spinning outwards. The hips are over the heels. The navel reaching towards the spine and up towards the heart. Hands come into prayer. We close the eyes and take a moment to set an intention for today's practice. As always, you can allow this to be anything you're working on inside or outside of the yoga room. It could also be a dedication to a loved one, someone you feel needs your practice today. Take a deep breath in remembrance of this intention and a breath out. Take another deep breath. Feel the side ribs expand. Exhale. Now on the next inhale, lift both hands to the sky and blink the eyes open. Arch the back, slide back then. As you exhale, fold forward, release the hands and head towards the mat. Inhale, lengthen the spine, look forward, halfway lift. Exhale to fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, wave the spine, Ardha Uttanasana, your halfway lift. Exhale, we fold, softly bending the knees once more. Take another wave to the spine, inhale. Next time as you exhale, plant the hands either side of the feet, step back, a deep long step with the right foot and drop your right knee to the mat, untuck the toes. Take a deep breath, inhale, lift the hands from fingertips, arms to the sky. Arch the back, either keep your hands together or apart. Start to wiggle the shoulders open, arms alongside the ears, your gaze travels up. Inhale to lift the hands, open the shoulders. Exhale, sink your hips a little deeper. Take another breath in here. As you exhale, send the hands around the left foot apart. Tuck the back toe and step back into plank pose. Now in plank pose, align yourself. Your fingers are spread nice and wide. Shoulders over elbows and wrists. The area between the shoulder blades is domed. Your hips are in line with the spine as the head reaches forward, but the heels are kicking back. So we're bringing strength to our plank pose. Take another inhale, drop to the knees. As you exhale, bend the elbows, belly, chest, chin down. Slide your way forward into cobra pose. Engage through the back. So inhale, push back, tuck the toes, and lift back into downward facing dog. Deep inhale. Full exhale. Rise high in the toes. Bend your knees, step your right foot forward between the hands, then we drop to the left knee, untuck the toes. Inhale to lift the hands off the mat. Again, clasp the hands together, keep them apart. Arms alongside the ears. sink your hips a little more, bend deeper. Inhale, reach the hands, gaze towards the ceiling if you can. Exhale to stay. We take one more breath in. Inhale. Exhale, send the hands around the right foot. Tuck your back down and step forward. Lengthen halfway lift as you inhale. Fold to exhale. With the next inhale, lift both hands up to the sky. Release through prayer and back into Samasthiti here, mountain pose. Inhale, hands come up to the sky. Arch the back. For yourself as you fold in half, Uttanasana. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Plant the hands. This time left foot steps back, drop to the left knee, untuck the left toes. Inhale. Exhale. Now press into the left hand. Start to peel the right hand off the mat. Take your gaze with you as you travel. Twist. You breathe out. Take another inhale, spread that top hand fingers. Exhale to sink. Take another inhale, sink the hips. Exhale, drop the right hand on the mat, tuck the back toes and step back through your plank pose. Take a breath in. On the breath out, feel free to drop the knees to the mat as we did last time, or reach forwards, bend your elbows, squeezing around the belly, chaturanga. Reach forward so your hips sink and your shoulders now lift away from the ears. Straight arms, upward facing dog or knees down cobra. On the exhale, tuck the toes, meet in downward facing dog. Continue to bring your alignment into the shape of your downward facing dog. Squeeze your palms so you're sending your chest back. Your tailbone lifts nice and high. Take a deep inhale, rise high on the toes. Bend the knees and step your left foot forward, dropping to the back knee, untucking the toes. Now start to lift, then plant deeply into the right hand. Left hand peels off the mat, twisting over to the left side. Use your breath in to spread the top fingers. Your breath out to twist a little more using the stacking of the right hand. Inhale, one final time. On the exhale, drop your left hand to the mat, tuck the back toe and step forward. Lengthen halfway lift. Fold. With the next breath in, lift both hands up to the sky. Release through Samasthiti. Inhale, reach your hands behind you, squeeze the palms on the back, elbows together. Start to lift the chest. Your chin connects with your chest to start with. Maybe you deepen the back bend, sending your gaze up through the ceiling. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, elbows together. Take another breath in. Inhale. Exhale. With the next inhale, return your spine to neutral. Lift the hands up to the sky. Exhale, Uttanasana. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. As you exhale, plant the hands. Step back or float. Chaturanga, come from high to low plank. Upward facing dog. And downward facing dog. Allow the breath to settle. Deep inhale. Full exhale. And on the next inhale, lift your right foot up to the sky. Bend the right knee, reach the right foot towards the hip. Keep yourself staying in this downward facing dog position. Your chest continues to reach towards the left thigh. Take another inhale. As you exhale, wave your shoulder, keeping the bend to the right knee. So we're arching the back, keeping this back bend shape. On the exhale, we step the right foot forward between the hands. Start to engage through the back legs, lifting to fingertips. Arms come up to the sky, high crescent lunge. So adjust your alignment in your crescent lunge. That front knee is bent over the ankle. The back leg is nice and strong. Use your breath in to spread those fingers, lift the hands to the sky. Use the breath out to straighten the back leg and reach that left heel towards the back. Inhale to lift. Exhale to sink the hips. Take one more inhale here. As you exhale, drop the left heel to the mat so the left foot is flat. Extend the right hand forward, the left hand back, warrior two position. Send your gaze towards the front middle fingers. Spread those fingers, shoulders in one straight line. The front knee stays bent, the back leg is nice and strong. Deep inhale. Full exhale. With the next inhale, flip the right hand, reach it forward. The legs stay exactly as they are, so we lift the right hand to the sky, coming into our reverse warrior position. Deep breath in, bend that right knee. Breath out, maybe you reach the left hand towards the inside of the right hip. Inhale, lift. Send the gaze towards the left of the lifted right hand. Exhale to stay. Take another inhale here. As you exhale, we open back through our warrior two. Deep breath in, and we're coming through our high crescent lunge. Lift your back heel, hands come to the sky. Deep breath in. Full breath out. Twisting over to the right side. Send your left hand forward, spin your right hand behind. Keep your legs exactly as they are. Bending deeply. Inhale, spread those fingers, reach forward and back at the same time. Exhale to sink and twist a little more. Take another inhale. And an exhale. With the next inhale, reach the right hand back, maybe towards the left thigh. The left hand going up, reverse the twist. Inhale, strengthen. Exhale to twist a little more. Take a final inhale. And as you exhale, release the hands through circles, spin the right hand forward, adjust your feet, come into warrior two. We're going to pulse through those movements, coming from our reverse, through our warrior two, to our twisted lunge. So inhale, reverse the warrior. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, come into your high crescent lunge. Inhale here. Exhale to twist. Inhale, reverse the twist. Exhale to come into warrior two. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale to twist. Inhale, reverse the twist. Exhale, circle the hands, warrior two. One final inhale, reverse the warrior, bend into the knee. And on the exhale, send those hands, frame the right foot, lift the left heel, and step back, lower through your vinyasa. Come through cobra, up dog, and meet in downward facing dog. Take a deep breath. Take an out breath. You take another in breath to settle, and an out breath. On the next inhale, lift the left heel off the mat. Continue to engage through the arms, the chest, the right knee strong. Bend into the left knee. Keep the foot reaching towards the bum. Inhale. Exhale. With the next inhale, send your shoulders over your wrists. Keep the shape, the arch in your back. Look forward. And then as you exhale, step your left foot between the hands. Adjust your feet, rise onto fingertips. Crescent lunge. Deep inhale, adjust. Bending deeper into that left knee. Exhale, spread the fingers, engage through the arms, up towards the ceiling. Inhale, 3. As you exhale, drop the right foot on the mat. Open out into warrior two, palms facing down. Shoulders in one straight line. Engage through the legs as if you're trying to bunch up the mat under your feet. Shoulders over hips, gaze towards left hand. Take an inhale, reach forward, flip, reverse the warrior. Keep the bend in the front knee. Either rest that hand on the thigh or reach it around to the inside of the left hip. Deep breath in, breath out. Take another inhale. And on the exhale, return yourself to your warrior two. Take an inhale, circle the hands, high crescent lunge. Take a moment's breath. Deep inhale. Full exhale. We're going to twist over to the left side now. Right hand goes forward, left hand back. Legs stay exactly as they are. Use your breath. Spread those fingers. Reach the arms forwards and back.
The breath out, sink your hips and twist a little deeper, maybe looking towards that left hand. Take an inhale. Take an exhale. With the next inhale, reach the left hand back towards the right foot, the right hand up towards the sky, twisting that reverse lunge. Deep inhale, keep the bend to the knee, keep your gaze either towards the left or the lifted right hand. Exhale to stay. Take another inhale. And an exhale. With the next inhale, adjust yourself back into warrior two. We're going to prepare to pulse through those circles of reverse and twisted lunge. So inhale, come into your crescent lunge, adjusting your feet, lifting your right heel off the mat. Exhale to twist. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse, warrior. Exhale to twist. Inhale, reverse, twist. Exhale, warrior. Inhale to reverse, one final round. Exhale, reverse, twist. Inhale, reverse, twist. Inhale to your warrior two. Reverse the warrior, left hand goes high, keep the bend to the knee. On the exhale, send both hands, windmill them around the left foot. Right heel picks up. Step back, go through your vinyasa. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in. A breath out to settle. Take another in breath. And an out breath. On the next inhale, lift your right heel up to the sky, bend the knee. Send your shoulders over, step your right foot forward between the hands. And this time, drop your left knee to the mat, untap the toes. Start to lift the hands up to the sky, coming into our low lunge and Janiyasana. Sink your hips a little more. Hands could be apart or together. Open your chest. Maybe wiggle your shoulders open into a back bend. Deep inhale. And an exhale. Take another inhale. As you exhale this time, start to return yourself. Drop your left hand on the mat inside of the left. Start to reach forward. Maybe walk the right foot slightly out so the toes are pointing diagonal. Twist over to the right side. Continue to engage through the left hand, through the shoulders so you're stacking. Maybe you send that right hand behind you in a line. Or you can walk the right foot out a little more. Bend into the left knee if you can. Grab hold of the ankle of the foot. Continue to sink your hips, twisting a little deeper. Strengthening through that front left arm. Reaching ankle towards your bum. Take another breath in. If you have the foot, release it. This time, return the hands, the right hand inside of the right foot. Then shuffle your right foot out if you haven't already. Tuck your back toe, lift your left knee, lizard lunge. Reach forwards, backwards, sink your hips. Move left to right in your lizard pose. When you've taken enough rocks and you're feeling a little more loose, come to stillness, adjust your feet, and plant your right hand firmly inside of the right foot. Slowly drop your entire left foot on the mat. Start to peel your hands, your left hand onto fingertips, and then use the support of the right hand to reach your left hand. We're coming into this supported version of your side angle pose. So try and stack your shoulders in one line, maybe lifting the left hand, spreading through those fingers. Take a breath, energize through the right leg. Start to peel your right hand off the mat. Come into a side angle pose. Take an inhale, reverse warrior. Right hand goes up, left hand back. Adjust your feet as much as you need. Bend deeper into that right knee. Maybe you reach the left hand up and you bend the right hand so you clasp the hands behind you. Open out the chest. Now stay here breathing, or if you want a little more, maybe peel that right heel so you're lifting the right heel off the mat and deepening your reverse. Take a breath in. And with the next breath, drop your right foot to the mat. Adjust your hips. Keep your hands interlocked or your hand grabbing your t-shirt. Start to adjust your feet so your left heel peels off the mat. We're in this crescent lunge position. Right knee bent. Bring strength to the leg as you tilt the hips forwards. Warrior 3 variation. Flex that back heel, kick back, open the chest. Use the right hand elbow. Now feel free to adjust your arms into any variation of the Warrior 3 works for you. Or you stay with the clasp and breathe into it. Flex that back foot, strengthen your right leg, reach your head forward, your back leg back, and slowly start to bend that right knee as you bring the left knee up with you. So keep the left knee off the mat, release the left hand, grab hold of the knee with the left hand, release the right hand up to the sky, ground through the foot, spread those toes, engage the quads, and then lift the left hand, lift the chest, start to reach back with the hand. So a steady gaze will help you balance here. Start to walk the gaze up the ceiling as you deepen into the back bend. Take a breath in here, and as you exhale, return to neutral, hand coming up to the sky. Bend the left foot, the knees in one line, and reach around for either the inside of the foot or the outside. Dancer's pose. Start to hinge the hips, reaching right hand forward, hips level, shoulders level, and with the breath out, maybe kick that left foot higher and further back. Keep your right hand extended, your hips level, strengthen that right leg. Continue to lift up towards the sky. We take one more breath in here. Return your knee to the center. Release the left hand. Inhale. Exhale, softly fold. Grab hold of your big toes with your peace fingers. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, Padangusthasana, fold. Now bend your knees as much as you need. Splay your elbows to the sides. Use your breath to send your head further towards the mat, lengthening, and your breath out to straighten your legs, trying to reach your tailbone a little higher. Inhale to draw your chest closer to your thigh, closer to the mat. Exhale, lengthen. Take another in breath here. And an out breath. Inhale, release your hands, wave the spine halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step up back. Come through your vinyasa, going through chaturanga, cobra, up dog. And downward facing dog. Take an extra breath, settle, maybe pedaling your hips left and right to your feet. And then we meet in our downward facing dog. Inhale, left knee rises, bend the left knee. Exhale, wave your shoulders over the spine. Keep the arch in your back, look forward. Step your left foot between your hands. Drop your right knee, untuck the toe. Start to lift hands to fingertips, arms to the sky, our lower lunge Anjaneyasana. Hands could be together or apart. If they're together, see if you can wiggle the shoulders open, sink your hips a little more, and bend a little deeper in that front left knee. Use your breath, extend the arms, broaden the front of the chest. Exhale to lengthen that back quad a little more. Take another inhale here. As you exhale, return to neutral. We drop that right hand on the mat inside of the left, maybe walking the left foot slightly out. Adjust the hand so we're twisting to face the left side. Stack the shoulders, reach forward with the hips, and send your left hand back. Continue to open the chest, looking around the right side. Maybe again you bend into that back knee, grabbing hold of the ankle of the foot. Use the support of the right hand to puff out the chest, sink your hips, and squeeze that right knee a little closer to the bum. Inhale. Exhale. Take one final inhale here. Let go of the foot. Return the left hand, this time to the inside of the left foot. Lift your right knee as you tuck the toe. Lizard lunge up, Danpistasana. Rock forwards, backwards, left and right. Mobilize the joints. Then come to stillness, adjusting the feet, planting left hand firmly, dropping the right heel to the mat so the right foot is firmly rooted. Then you lift the right hand onto fingertips and up to the sky, twisting our supported side angle pose. Spread through the right fingers, engage that front knee, the left knee. Start to lift your left hand onto fingertips. Come into side angle pose. Twist through the shoulders, open the chest, almost as if you're leaning against the wall behind you. Spread those fingers. Again, try not to dump all of the weight on that front knee. Use it maybe to anchor as you twist a little more. Take an inhale. Take an exhale. With the next inhale, reverse the warrior, adjusting your feet, keeping that front knee bent. Right hand up, left hand, right hand down, left hand up. Again, bend that left hand, reach around for the hand, either interlocking the fingers or just simply grabbing hold of the t-shirt. So you open the chest here, then sink the knee, open a little more to the ceiling. Stay in your reverse warrior for one breath, and a breath out. With the next inhale, adjust your back right foot, come into your high crescent lunge, keeping it interlocked to your fingers. Open the chest on the inhale. Bend the knees, strengthen that back leg on the exhale. Take another inhale. And an exhale. Now start to lean forward, prepare to come into warrior three. Maybe walking the step a little first before lifting, or taking one single sweep of the right leg up to the sky. Keep the engagement through the arms. Kick that right heel against you. Open the chest, strengthen the left leg. Deep inhale. Exhale. Now start to stand, bending that standing left knee. Bring your right knee in with you. Right knee comes up. We're releasing interlocking hands. Left hand to the sky. Right hand around the knee. So we come into this standing knee bend. Deep breath in. Breath out. As you inhale, start to peel the left hand away, opening the chest. Keeping your right hand supporting the right knee. Flexing the foot, spreading the standing toes, and lifting your gaze as you walk it along the ceiling. Deep breath in, and start to return to neutral. Release the right knee. Grab hold of the inside or the outside of the foot behind you. Knees in one line, left hand lifted. Hinge your hips. Come into dancer's pose. Lift. Your hips stay level. You're reaching your chest to face the front of the room. Use your breath to stabilize through the pose. Out. Take another in breath here. And on the out breath, return your knees together. Release the hand. Release the foot to the mat. Inhale. As you exhale, Padahastasana, place the entire palms under the soles of the feet. Try and tickle your wrist creases with your toes. So bend your knees as generously as you need to get this. Resting chest and thigh. Take an inhale, splay the elbows, reach the head down. Exhale, work on straightening the legs as you lift the tailbone. Use your breath to come through these movements. Fold your head closer to the mat as you breathe in. Fold a little more as you breathe out. Inhale, reach. Exhale, lift. Take another breath and release your hands. Halfway lift. Fold, planting the hands, stepping or floating back. Come through your up dog. And meet in downward facing dog. In downward facing dog, drop to your knees. Come into child's pose. From child's pose, walk your hands towards your knees. Lift your hips over your knees, shoulders now over your hips. One straight line forming. You can tuck your toes or keep them untucked here. We're coming into single hand camels. So we start with the left side. Reach your left hand for the back of the heel. Start to send the right hand forwards and up. Engage through the hips as you thrust them forwards. Open your chest up towards the ceiling. Continue to lift your chest up, engage through the spine. Lift as you inhale. Thrust your hips, reach your right hand a little more as you exhale. Do this all the time. Lift. Exhale. With the next inhale, return your right hand up and down. And we take the whole thing over on the other side. Right hand reaches for the right hip. Grow your chest. Start to lift the left hand up. See your hips are level and reaching forwards and up. Your chest is growing up, but also reaching back. Back bend. Spread through those fingers. Deep inhale. Look up towards the ceiling. Exhale to stay. Take another deep breath in. And on the exhale, we return the left hand up and neutralize. Now we're going to come through a full camel here. You can either reach your hand behind you towards what feels like your back pocket, your lower back, fingers pointing down or up if you have more shoulder opening. Allow your elbows to come together. Or you could reach for the feet, reach for your heels with both hands. Thrust your hips forwards, keep your chin connected with your chest to start with. Grow the spine up, and when you feel comfortable, if you feel comfortable, start to lift the gaze, travel it up the ceiling towards the back. Use your breath to thrust your hips forwards. Your breath out the chest and reach deeper in the bend. Take another inhale. Send your chin back to your chest. Slowly start to neutralize as you sink your hips. Lower into child's pose. Deep breath in and breath out. Now we cut the toes, knees back in, downward facing dog. Come for a few forearm balances here. So drop both forearms to the mat, either one at a time or both at the same time. Have your elbows shoulder distance apart and your forearm following the line. So you can drop your knees to the mat. We start with a few contractions, pulsing some dips. So you lift the shoulders away from the ears, away from the body, and then you sink. Do this a few times, engaging the shoulder protractions as we lift the shoulders, sink, inhale to lift, exhale to drop. The next breath we inhale and we lift, keep this protraction of the shoulders, we tuck the toes and lift. So continue to keep your shoulders lifted away from the mat. Start to walk your feet in closely. Maybe you stay walking, just the feet, walking forwards and backwards, or walking as close as you can and staying here. Now feel free to lift one foot off the mat, extending the leg, returning and switching sides. The left foot lift and drop. Now if you have pinch or you want to try, maybe you pick one foot off the mat, return it and switch sides. If you have a comfortable pincher, lift the foot, adjust the legs, and stay. Maybe take a variation. As we're working on back bends this time, maybe you start to send your gaze towards your forearms, extend through the legs behind you, and then come into your scorpion pincher. All of these are options you may want to take. Otherwise, you just stay with a dolphin walking, or construct the protraction of the shoulders. Whenever you're ready, return your feet to the mat. Come into child's pose. Now tuck your toes, lift back into downward facing dog. On the inhale, lift your right foot, bend open the right knee, the right foot reaching towards the left. Either stay in three-legged dog, your chest reaching for your thigh, or you come into wild swing, spinning over the outside of the left foot, dropping the right toes on the mat outside, and opening the chest, the right hand lifts away. So continue to thrust your hips forwards as you open the chest towards the ceiling, spreading energy through the right fingertips.
You reach up and back. Whenever you're ready, come back to your three-legged dog as you drop your right hand to the mat, picking right foot. Now send your right shin towards the top of the mat, coming into our pigeon pose. Keep the right foot flexed, walk your left foot further back so your hips are now level, and adjust. So we're working with our back bends first. So energize through the arms, lift the chest. If for any reason you can't work on this because your knee hurts, you can come into a cobra pose and lift your elbows on the mat into sphinx pose, or even energize through the arms into seal pose. Otherwise, stay here, continue to lift your chest, your hips in one line. Maybe you take a variation, you reach your left hand back, grab hold of the knee, either with the hand or use the elbow to squeeze it in close. You can stay here in this mermaid variation, or lift the right hand, grab hold of the left foot. Now if you have Ekapada Raja Kapotasana, your king pigeon, you could reach around for the foot with one hand, return the right hand so both hands are reaching for it. So you're opening the chest so your hips are level, start to travel the gaze, squeeze the elbows in, squeeze that left foot towards the back of the head. Deep inhale, and exhale. So whenever you're ready, whichever variation of your back bend you're in, return your hands to the mat. Start to wave your spine forward as we come into our sleeping swan. Walk your hands, lengthen through the spine, your head reaching towards the front of the room. Your hips settling a little more as you exhale. We stay in stillness here. Your next inhale, walk your hands back towards the body, lift your head, sink over to the right hip, send your left leg in front. Our right foot adjusts so it's inside of the left thigh. We grow the spine, lift both hands up, we're twisting, left hand goes towards the right knee, right hand stays lifted, we come to a side stretch, the right hand going over to the left. Now you can stay here, just keeping the stretch, but if you can, reach your right hand and grab hold of the left foot, go for it. Twisting more, deep breath in, breath out to open a little more. Deep breath, out breath. With your next inhale, start to return to neutral. Release your hands, release your legs. Bend the knees. As you shin, cross, step back, come through your vinyasa or go straight into downward facing dog. Left foot rises, you bend your left foot towards the right hip. Three-legged dog. Chest reaching for your right thigh, inhale. Come into wow thing if you did last time. Stepping your left foot outside as you spin over the right heel. Left hand goes up, thrust your hips forwards, your right leg is straight, you're on your left tippy toes, your left hand is reaching up, deep breath in, and out, breath. Now you start to return your left hand to the mat, the left foot rises, pigeon on the left side. Adjust your feet, walk your right foot back. Open out the chest, and again take whichever variation of the back bend you did last time. Cobra, Sphinx, or Seal. Or you can walk the hands closer, bend that right knee, grab hold of the foot by the elbow, maybe coming into mermaid, or king pigeon, Ekapada Raja Kapotasana. Open the chest, reach both hands together, elbows tight, hips level, chest towards the ceiling. When you're ready, release the foot. Return your hands to the mat in front of you. Lift the spine as you inhale. And
and start to place your spine flat on the mat as you exhale.
Ground through your hips, forehead on the mat.
Inhale, start to walk the hands back towards the belly. Drop onto your left hip. Send your right leg in front and adjust your left foot so it's inside of the right thigh. Take a breath in, lift the hands and twist over. Right hand going for left knee. Adjust so your left hand is now reaching towards the right foot. Spin your gaze up towards the left side, and if you can grab hold of the right foot with the left hand, do through and start to tuck your chin under your left armpit. With the next in-breath, release the hands. Adjust. Extend the legs in front. Either knees bent or flexed. Reach the hands behind you. Chin connect through your chest. We come into our Dandasana. Engage through the quads. Maybe see if your heels rise as you flex your feet. Take a deep breath. Engage the arms. Exhale to release. The next breath, lift the hands up to the sky. Knees bent and straight forward as far as you go before you start to involve rounding. Wherever you get to, reach the hands on the mat and work on lifting the arms, keeping the spine long and folding with your exhale, just hinging at the hips. Inhale to grow the spine. Exhale to fold. So we're neutralizing through the back bends we've come through now. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale to fold over your hamstrings. Take another breath in here. Start to release. Walking your hand back towards the spine. We bend the knees, reach the hands under the knees, lean back and come into our boat pose, Navasana. You can support your knees here or release the hands alongside the body. Staying in either this version of boat pose or straightening the legs, working on the quads and the hamstrings. If you want a little more, maybe working the alignment on the hamstrings, reach your hands, lift the chest and squeeze the legs and thighs a little closer to the heart. Lift the gaze up to the sky. Deep breath in. As you exhale, start to let go. Release from your boat into a low boat. Take a breath in to engage everything. And as you exhale, let everything go. Drop yourself to the mat. Bend your knees. Lean them left and right. Left and right again. Draw them in close. Give yourself a squeeze. Continue with the rocking. Grab hold of the feet from the outside. Happy baby pose. Ananda Balasana. Allow your spine to be flat on the mat as you gently roll left and right. Let go of your feet. Release your arms to the mat. Extend the legs so your feet are pointing to the sky. Point and flex. Take movement to your ankles. Circles out and away. Take the circles inwards. And splay the toes. Squeeze them back in. Splay the toes. Try and get each one separate. Then make fists with your feet. Now release. And slowly, inch by inch, we start to lower our legs towards the mat. So engage through the core as you do this. Working slowly to the mat. When you're almost ending there, take a deep breath in as you hold. As you exhale, release everything to the mat. Roll your feet to the sides. Take a deep sigh out. Take whichever movement you want
as we prepare for our final resting pose, our Shavasana. Have your feet roll out as wide as your mat, your palms alongside the body, facing the ceiling. Close the eyes. Bring your clothes to movement within the body and movement